to the other. That's absolutely not.
Kourtney became furious when Kris made an effort to get back in touch and patch things up. After feeling abandoned by her mother for years, Kourtney had previously severed all ties with her. Kris tried to make amends recently, but Kourtney eventually threw her out of her house. Kourtney, the eldest of Kris's children, and her mother have never had an easy relationship. Since the family's reality program premiered in 2007, there have been many angry arguments between them. Kris tried to control Kourtney's decisions by interfering in her life on a constant basis. One such instance was when Kourtney was excitedly preparing to wed Scott, but Kris made it into a family show by ignoring Kourtney's desires and insisting that the wedding had to be public.
My whole family, for a couple years now, love to just bring up me and Scott.
And I think he fits well with all of us because we've all been around each other for so long. I think at this stage, from what he tells me, he would love for it to be you and him.
He's a talker.
In addition, Kourtney is extremely angry with Kris for dissolving their family. Kris's affair with former soccer star Todd Waterman profoundly affected her, as she was very close to her late father, Robert Kardashian Sr. Kourtney was furious when Kris made an attempt to draw parallels between her adultery and her relationship with her ex-boyfriend Yoon's Benjima. She emphasized that her circumstances were completely different because she wasn't married to Scott and the two of them weren't even involved at the time. Kourtney remembers the grief her parents' divorce gave her, even though she was only 12 years old at the time. This makes Kris's comparison all the more hurtful. However, Kris's efforts to discredit Kourtney didn't end there. Kris started pressuring Kourtney to wed Scott after she ultimately put a stop to their relationship. Fans conjectured that Kris's intention was to retain Scott on the program for sheer entertainment value, even though Kourtney had expressed her readiness to move on. Between Kris and her daughter persisted as Kris shamed her for wanting to have her own life.
If they wanted privacy, I would never follow them or expose them. We're all different, and this is the kind of stuff that makes me feel that they put the